starts and ends with the Constitution. Because without getting our Constitution right, we are not going anywhere. The 1999 Constitution has been described by many as a fraudulent piece of paper. It has been angrily described by others as being worthless. It has also been described as being manageable, but only needs to be tinkered with. It has also been described as being good enough, because there is no constitution that is perfect. And because of the imperfection in the human race, any written constitution, whether written or unwritten, as having a British example, cannot be perfect. So that ours is not the worst, but we need to really even implement the contents therein. And that now begins to bring to fore the issue of implementation of policies and programs of Nigeria. But then, there are issues with our constitution, because when they say we the people, it's obvious that it is not we the people that prepared that constitution. It's purely those who know the historics of 1999 constitution will tell you that it is purely a military document written by one man under a full-blown dictatorship that was later translated into the constitution and adopted to be an act of parliament. So it is obvious that a lot needs to be done with our constitution. And then such lot need to be done on the areas of economy, in the area of politics, in the area of security. That is what has now led to the recent issue of Amoteku, and then the challenges all over around the country that we have today. And then on the issue of sustainability of the current democracy. 1999 Constitution does not sustain democratic ideals in an environment that is so vast, with over 300 nationalities speaking over 350 languages. So the American presidential system that we have adopted has taken the challenges of America and left the juice of that constitution, because the juice of that constitution lies in the concept of fiscal federalism. Without the concept of fiscal federalism, the American Constitution, which we have adopted, becomes a burden on Nigeria. And that is the burden we are going through, we have been going through since 1979, and then up to date, because there is a little difference between 1979 Constitution. You know, there was one of 1989 Constitution that was aborted at infancy, and then we now have the 1999 Constitution that has run for the past 20 years without developing the environment. So it is important that we now look critically into those issues that have bedeviled 1999 Constitution and have frustrated the development of Nigeria. Do we need a bicameral legislature in an environment where majority of the people are poor? The question is no. But those who are in the legislature will tell you we need it. Senegal looked into their system and found out that they don't need it, and they cancelled one out. When you talk about restructuring, you can restructure the polity on all fronts, legislatively, administratively, politically, economically, and otherwise. And if you do so, even geographically, if you do so, then we are making progress, even with our current experience. We have 6 geopolitical zones, which was carved out during a conference of all nationalities in Nigeria. And then the zones have not been perfected in our laws. There is no part of the 1999 Constitution or even the amendments thereafter that talks about the zones. But the zones are used for convenience administratively, and it is working. The question now is, why don't we convert the 6 geopolitical zones to administrative zones? In that case, instead of having 36 governors, we may have only 6 governors. Instead of having 36 houses of assembly, we may have only 6. Instead of having 36 bureaucratic systems, we may have only 6. Then, the challenge that my Ogadia talked about of the recurrent expenditure being over 300% of the capital expenditure would have been solved. These are all issues that can go into restructuring of Nigeria. And then you now begin to ask, why on earth would the federal government, that on its own does not generate revenue, the federal government is hanging on the states. The states are hanging on the local government. And that is why local government is the government structure that is closest to the people. Today, the local government is almost annihilated. Their finances, their economies, everything about them is in the pockets of the state governor. And then it was a creation of the constitution that allowed for state local government joint account. And up to today, that marriage that is anti-development has not been divorced. Up to today, the local government finances are still in the hands and the pockets of the federal state governors. And that is why the local government system is not functioning.